Smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Prettier from the minute that I met you.
Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and today I am bringing you another episode of our Willows Legacy Challenge. If you are not part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that it will remind you when new episodes go live on the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. So as you can see Emmett up here, and he is just trying to get these babies to stop crying. These babies, that's all they want to do is cry. But thank the heavens, they are aging up into toddlers in this episode, so we won't be having to deal with that crying anymore, and that is going to be a godsend. So we are just going to go ahead and get everybody to kind of band together here and pick up a little bit. Mom and Dad are upstairs and they're sleeping, and so all of the kids are just kind of tending to themselves and helping themselves here. Once the adults are up for the morning, then they will go ahead and come in here and tend to these babies and things of that nature and helping themselves. It looks like Rayne is just headed downstairs and she's cleaning up as well, which we love to see. So everyone is just kind of taking care of things this morning like they need to do. We have a garden that needs to be harvested and items sold because it is, as you can see, spring and things are in full bloom. So we do have some money that we're going to be able to make, which is lovely. So we will get Rayne out here to do that. And the children do need to get themselves off to school because it is a Monday morning and so it's a school day. Clay obviously does need to get to work, but because he did go ahead and age up into an elder, we will be going ahead and getting him to retire in this episode. I don't feel that he needs to necessarily work himself to the grave. So we're going to allow him to go ahead and retire, and then he can stay himself at home and just relax and help take care of the babies. We're just having Rayne, like I said, go ahead and we have a message. I really want to be friends with someone, but they don't seem to really want to be friends with me. Keep on trying. Just keep trying. So she is just dealing with her plants. We know that Rayne is at the happiest when she's outside, outdoors. She loves the outdoors. She loves her garden. So she's just dealing with her gardening, dealing with some fishing, and the kids are off to school. It looks like Autumn is a little bit under or down. She was up a little bit too early, I think, this morning. But that's okay. I think she'll be all right. It's just, you know, she was up a little earlier than maybe she had intended on being up. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and have Clay call in and retire. Yes, we want him to retire. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I think I've put my time in. And they're like, oh, okay. Very good. So he will still receive his retirement pay. He just won't be going into work. So it'll give him a little bit of time for him to spend his last days with his family and not have to work himself to the bone. And so that is something that we definitely want for him. And of course, these babies are back at it again. Both of them crying in unison. We would expect nothing less from these two. Xavier and Teagan are the most cryingest babies. During free time, Emmett drew an inappropriate piece of artwork and showed it to the class. It caused disruption. Take the drawing and punish him. Very good. Emmett, what the hell are you like? Alright, so we're just going to get these babies to shut the hell up. That's what we want. We want you to stop crying. If you could just stop that, that'd be awesome. Freaking ridiculous. That's all they do is scream their bloody heads off. And Rayne's like, I'm telling you right now, Emmett and Autumn were not this bad. They really weren't. Meanwhile, downstairs, we have our eldest daughter, Ray, and she is not going to high school, and that is because she's enrolled in dance class. So we have to get her disenrolled from dance and into high school because she's not been going to high school, and I just realized that she has been this entire time not going to school. So I do want her in school, and she's calling her friends, and her friends are like, we'll see you at school, and then she never goes to school. So yeah, she's also going to go upstairs and she's going to look into college and things like that. Well, you can't go to uni if you don't go to high school. Like, I don't know what exactly you think. How do you think Autumn is grabbing her lunch from her backpack when she finds a note that says "You are cute" written on it? Oh, it's pretty easy for Autumn to get the new boy alone since he doesn't have any friends yet, and he definitely wrote it since he blushes from head to high tops. Aww. Oh, she's going to keep it a secret for now. Autumn has herself a crush. Or someone has a crush on Autumn, so that is super cute. Okay, and these two are still, as you can see, very, very much in love. They're just going to have themselves a little bit of a dance. The babies are being tended to by Ray. She's got everything under control, and so Rayne's like, Clay, let's have a dance. The babies are fine. Of course they're fine. Look at Ray. Ray's like, I've got it. Everything's under control. She's in here confidently glowing like her alien self does, and these two are just out here in the hallway like a bunch of teenagers dancing and necking. Like, really? You two, get a room. So, anyhow, she wants to look into university, but she doesn't go to school. So we're going to have to rectify that because obviously she needs to go to high school if she wants to go to university. And we know she wants to go to university because school is important to her and her aspiration is literally to go to university. So come on now, let's get it together. All right, back to gardening because literally we just sold all that and now it's back again. How did it grow so bloody fast? I don't know. See, she's looking up scholarship stuff. Honey, get your ass into high school or you're never going to get into university. That is literally how this works. I don't know about you, but yeah, that's literally how it works. Look, she's got her little scholarship hat on. Well, baby, it ain't working if you don't go to high school. They don't let in high school dropouts. They just don't. And all this looking at scholarships and looking at universities has got her pumped. And so she's like, I'm going to do a workout. Yes, I am loving this. I'm totally going to get into university. I'm rocking it. No, honey, you're not. Because your ass ain't even going to school. So how you planning to do that? There's protocol. There's shit you got to do. You're not doing none of it. So I don't know what you're thinking. Look, Clay's like, have you applied for university? And she's like, yep. He's like, okay. Meanwhile, she's not even going to high school. He don't even know it. Where the hell do you think you're going naked? Upstairs to self-woohoo. Freaking, what is going on in this family right now? And Clay's like, you know what I think I need to do right now? I need to go have a nap. I'm exhausted. Okay, so we've got her coming in here to have a self-woohoo. He's going to come in here and take a nap. What? And we got one in there trying to apply for universities and she's not even in school. This house has lost its freaking mind. The people in it, I mean. She's like, I'm going for a jog. I'm pumped. I'm feeling awesome. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm totally going to be able to get into school. High school, maybe? Let's try that. Let's try high school. Okay? Look at her. She's like, oh, that was nice. Oh, look, it's a mess in here, she says. Well, you literally just self-woohooed next to your sleeping husband. And now you're going to go in there and mess with the babies. The one time they're not crying, you're going to go mess with them. You haven't learned not a bloody thing. You've got 5 kids and you don't know shit. Rayne, seriously, have I taught you nothing? She's like, no, I don't know. Well, here we go. All she's going to do is make that baby cry. It was quiet. About for 5 seconds, that baby was quiet. Now she's going to make it cry. I mean, it's beautiful when it's not crying. Nope, she made the other one cry. She touched one and activated the other one. For the love of Pete. Alright, well, put that one down and go love on the other one. It needs a bottle. Okay, she finished her run. She put on those damn shit kickers, and now we are going to go and we're going to run home and we're going to check the mail. You just kept your running gear on to run home. I don't know why you had to put that on. How in the hell are you running in that without breaking your neck? She's like, with great difficulty. Clearly. All right. Well, eventually you'll get there. Be careful. Don't kill yourself. Lord, I'm telling you what, this family and their nonsense. You're almost there. You've done made it. She wants to purchase drugs off of the dark web because she likes being buff. Are you kidding me? Okay, hold the phone. We have a girl who's not been going to high school. She wants to go to university even though she's not in school. And now she wants to purchase drugs off of the dark web because she likes being buff because she is a fitness guru. She likes being all buff because of like dance and stuff. So now she's on the web trying to find the dark web so she can find drugs. That's what she's doing right now. You have got to be shitting me. Ray, if your mom and dad find out what you're doing, and they probably think you're looking up school stuff, but nope. She's on here browsing, looking for drugs. I'm fairly certain when they bought you this computer, that is not what they tried. That is not what they got you this computer for. It really isn't. You should be ashamed of yourself. And she did find herself some information on some drugs, like she did, but it's not what she was looking for. And then her mom's going to come on in here and use the computer and play some games. None the wiser. She has no idea what her daughter's been up to. She's just like thinking to herself, my daughter is such a good girl. She's been, working so hard at dance, and now she's, researching universities, and we are so proud of her. Just no clue at all what is really going on in this bedroom when her daughter's in here on the computer looking up her shady business. I mean, really. Now we've got the kids in here. Teagan's screaming her bloody head off. Autumn's needing a rest, but she can't sleep because, the babies won't stop crying. So some things never change. Some things just never change. This is why Autumn was up so early this morning, was because the babies kept her awake. And now she can't sleep after school because of the babies as well. So that poor girl just can't catch a break. Her and Emmett both are just shattered because they are unable to sleep at night because the babies keep them up all hours of the night. So I know two little children that are going to be thrilled when those two babies age up into toddlers and stop crying their heads off at all hours of the given day and night. So since they can't go to sleep, I am going to go ahead and get them out here and have them work on these school projects just so that they can go ahead and get a little bit ahead in their studies. And we'll get mom and dad to come out and help them work on those as well, so that hopefully they can get them done a little bit quicker. And possibly when Ray comes home from her school activity, because she is currently at dance. So when she gets back from dance, we will go ahead and get her to help as well. And the whole family can just work on those school projects, and we'll knock those out really fast for these two. And then that will be done. And so we'll just work on that. But first and foremost, Rayne is going to have to deal with those crying babies. And so, unfortunately, that's the first thing on the agenda. Make the baby stop crying and then go help the big kids with their school projects. So she'll come on downstairs once the babies have stopped crying and they're back to sleep. And we will work on carefully doing these school projects. As you can see, Autumn is bloody shattered. She is, look at the poor thing. She's just like, oh my gosh, I have to do schoolwork now. I'm so tired. I could fall asleep on this school project. I know, sweet girl, but you know what? We're just going to get this done really fast. Look, mom's going to come over here and help you. Clay is going to go over there and help Emmett. And we're going to get this done really, really quick. Clay is just going to have himself really quickly a bite to eat, and then he'll go help Emmett. and as soon as Ray gets home, then she'll help as well. It'll be really quickly that this will happen. Look, Ray's home, and so everybody can work together as a family. We'll knock these school projects out super quick. It won't take hardly any time at all. So she's just asking Autumn, like, how was your day at school? And she's like, school was fine, Mom, but I'm exhausted because the babies kept me up all night long. And then I had to wake up super early, and then I had to go to school, and I had to make sure I didn't fall asleep in my desk, and, you know, I had to use my brain to learn, and now you've got me here doing the school project when really all I want to do is go in there and go to bed, but no, I can't go to bed because the babies keep crying, and as a matter of fact, Teagan is crying now again. So, I mean, it's non-stop with those babies, and Rayne's like, I understand that the babies cry a lot. I really, trust me, if anyone understands this concept, sweetheart, it's me. I mean, I'm their mother. But there's nothing that I can do about the fact that the babies cry. They're babies. Babies cry. And she's like, yeah, but do they have to cry so bloody much, Mom? And she's like, well, you know, honey, there's nothing really that I can do about it other than to tell you that, you know, they will get older and the crying will slow down. And she's like, well, what you could do is, you know, get me my own room. And she's like, well, honey, we can't exactly afford to get you your own room. That's why you have bunk beds. We just don't have the space for it. And she's like, well, that's not really fair because, you know, Ray has her own room. Well, Ray is a teenager and Ray needs her own room. And she's like, yeah, but I'm sharing a room with my brother and 2 screaming babies. And she's like, I understand that. We will look into possibly the idea of expanding the house. I'll talk with your dad and we will see what we can do. And she's like, okay, Mom, fine, whatever. All right, so as you can see, Emmett got his project done, and now we are just going to work on finishing up Autumn's. Hers is still not done, so we will get Ray to come over and help with hers. Oh, Autumn's like, nope, I'm done. I am checking out. I'm not doing this. And Ray's like, I can help finish assisting with this project. It's fine. You guys go ahead and go inside. I will do it. So Autumn and Emmett have gone to bed. They are super tired. And to be completely honest, Ray's not much better shape than the other two. But she does absolutely love doing these kind of things because we know she's an academic. So she's out here helping, and Clay's like, oh, do you remember when you were a kid in school and we used to do these projects together? And she's like, yes, Dad, I do remember that. And he's like, you sure do grow up fast. And she's like, okay, Dad, don't go getting all nostalgic on me. And he's like, well, I'm just saying, Ray, I can remember when we used to do these, and now look how big you've gotten. You don't even need your old paw. And she's like, Dad, I'm always going to need you. You're my dad. And he's like, well, that's good to hear. She's like, that being said, I'm starving and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go ahead and go get myself something to eat. And so she's going to go do that. She's going to grab a bite to eat and then head off to bed. Clay, on the other hand, has pretty excellent needs, so guess what he's going to do? That's right, he's going to go fishing, some late night fishing for a little bit, and he's on baby duty while everybody else in the house is kind of going to just get their needs up. Everyone else is pretty shattered from the screaming babies. Look, they have started screaming and they have woken Emmett and Autumn again. These two, unfortunately, really have the short end of the stick. They really, really do. Look at Autumn. She's like, if you don't stop crying, I can't sleep with you crying. I need you to stop crying. Do you not understand the concept that people need sleep in this house? You crying little gremlin. What the hell? Meanwhile, we have Ray cleaning up after herself and getting herself ready to hopefully be able to get herself into bed, because as we know, she's got her own room and doesn't have to deal with the newborns. So she's like, I'm just going to have myself a bath and then I'm going to go to bed. Clay's like out here just fishing and carrying on, not even, worried about the fact that the children are in there screaming their bloody head off, waking up everybody. He's like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and go in and eat something because the fish are too crafty for me anyway. So he's eating again. If you notice, he's a glutton, so that is what he does best, is shovel that food into his face. Everyone is asleep except for Ray. She's, like I said, having a bath, and then she'll get herself off to bed. The newborns are asleep, with the exception of Teagan. Teagan has decided to go ahead and wake up, so when Clay is done with his bath, I am going to have him come in here and deal with little Teagan so that hopefully she won't wake up Emmett and Autumn again. Oh, never mind. Too late. She has woken up the entire bloody house. Teagan, you are a pain in the ass. What the hell? Clay's like, shh, you're waking up the children. We already had to listen to Autumn complain about this, and now you've woken them up. Autumn's like, no, I'm already awake. Don't you worry about it, okay? She's woke me up twice now. Twice. It's 1:30 in the morning. Let's take a peek. She's like, it's fine. I've got like a quarter of my rest. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to get myself something to eat. Emmett's like, I'm going to try to get some rest. But now Xavier's crying. So it's just, when one's crying, then the next one's crying. He's like, are you kidding? Oh my gosh, I can't deal. Okay, what is wrong with you? You need a bottle? Okay, let me give you a bottle. No, that's not what you want? Well, what's wrong with you? Why are you crying? Do you even know why you're crying? I don't know why you're crying. Please stop crying. Shh. Stop crying. Stop crying. Baby, please stop crying. And Emmett can't figure it out. And the older ones in the family are all asleep because they don't share this room with these babies that are crying. And so it's left to these poor little children to, deal with these babies that are crying. And they have no idea what they're doing because they're children. If they were smarter, they'd go in there and they'd wake up the parents and they'd be like, hey, those babies that you birthed, they're screaming their heads off. We need sleep. It's 2:30 in the morning and we have school later. Get your asses up and go take care of your kids. But instead, they're in there not sleeping, trying to deal with the babies even though they have no idea how or what they're supposed to be doing. So I do feel really, really bad for those two. And look, she's like, okay, well, I'm up now. I've had plenty of rest. Oh, and this room's a mess. Well, why are you even in their room worrying about if it's a mess or not? It's none of your business. It's none of your concern. Ray, don't even worry about it. How about you go in there and you deal with the newborns that are awake? Okay? Seriously, stop worrying about these nightstands. Nobody cares. She's like, I want to clean them. Just go to the bathroom and then go in there and deal with those babies. She's like, I really have to clean these nightstands. They're driving me nuts. Oh my God. Ray, seriously. Priorities. All right. So she's now headed back to bed. No one checked on the crying babies. And poor Emmett is like, are you kidding me? Here we go again. I am going to get Ray to go in here and deal with these babies. She's like, okay, I'm here, Emmett. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this. Both babies are now crying. This is all they do. This is all these little crotch goblins do. That's all they do, is scream their freaking heads off. As soon as these parents get up, these two are getting aged up. It's their birthday, and we are turning them into toddlers immediately because I can't deal with this screaming any longer. And Autumn's like, thank God it's their birthday. Xavier's first. Here we go. Xavier has aged up. Let's randomize these traits and see what he got. So Xavier got wild, spirited, and full of energy. These toddlers love to explore and get energized. They earn movement skills slightly faster. They get sad if they haven't been outside, and spoiled. These toddlers are overindulged by their parents and other caregivers, and they annoy others. Great. We're going to hate that. He's going to be wild and spoiled. That is a lovely combination, but he's got some crazy CC going on, so we will definitely have to jump into Cass and give him a makeover. And then after that, we now need to go ahead. Once Autumn is done with Teagan, we will go over and we will get Clay to age up little Teagan so that she can be a toddler and we can get her out of her newborn stage because, ooh, out of the two, she cries the worst. So Clay, come in here and age up little Teagan. All right. And Teagan aged up, and we'll randomize her traits, and she got bouncy. These toddlers are very playful and energetic. They build movement skill quickly, and spoiled. She also got spoiled. Bouncy and spoiled. Wild and spoiled, and bouncy and spoiled. These two are going to run these parents ragged. That's all I can say. Our hands are going to be seriously full. So we went from 2 babies that cried and screamed their bloody heads off to 2 babies that we're going to have to chase around and we're going to lose our freaking minds. So let's jump into cast. And here is Xavier after his makeover, and I think he turned out super adorable. So let's go ahead and take a look at his outfits. This is his everyday outfit. And his formal, sleepwear, his party, his swimwear, his hot weather outfit, and his cold weather outfit. And then we will take a look at his sister Teagan. And she got the vitiligo as all the girls in the family get. And she is super precious. And this is her everyday outfit. So we put her in some little pink dungarees. And for her formal and her sleepwear, party, swim, her hot weather, and her cold weather. And let's go ahead and jump back into the game here and see them out in live mode. And as you can see, our poor Rayne is like, oh my god, my newborns are now toddlers. Everyone around me is aging up so fast, and she's freaking out. And she's like, my husband is an elder, my oldest is a teenager, my youngest are toddlers. Everyone around me is aging up so super fast. Life is going by so fast. I've got to slow down time. And so she's worried about the fact that life's going past her, so she wants to give herself a new look. She's going through a bit of a crisis here. So that's exactly what she's going to do.
Freezing outside, a little bit high on the feeling. Can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting by some rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty other from the minute that I met you. Trying to get your attention. You make me nervous. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting by some rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty other from I can't get you off my mind. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better. Something about you feels so special. Pretty over from the minute that I met you.
So as you can see, it does say that she's having a hot flash and feeling overheated and uncomfortable from menopause, and she's overthinking and having negative thoughts, and that is because she's realizing that, you know, her husband is in his elderly years and her elderly years are right around the corner, and her children are all growing up around her at a speed that she is not quite comfortable with, and she is realizing that life is a lot shorter than she really thought it was. You know, she thought she had all this time in the world, and, you know, it just really isn't that way. The years go by a lot quicker than she really thought they would, and she doesn't really know how she's necessarily feeling about that now. It's really starting to get to her that, you know, Ray is in high school looking into university, and her two youngest babies are now toddlers, and soon they'll be in grade school, and before you know it, Ray will be moved out, and, you know, how long is Clay going to be around? She doesn't know, and she's realizing that life is short, and, you know, she's already lost her parents. So she already knew that life was short, but when you are seeing your children grow up around you and, you know, at this speed, it makes you really realize that, you know, life is seriously, seriously short. And it's making her really look at herself and go, you know, I wish I could slow down time. But unfortunately, she can't. So Ray here is just helping out with the toddlers and getting them ready for bed, while poor Rayne is questioning her own mortality and sitting here almost just in a daze. And she's like, what am I going to do? Like, you know, this makeover made me feel great, but how long is that gonna last? You know, before I know it, I'm gonna have myself a birthday. And so she is going through a bit of a adult life crisis, as her children are all aging up around her. But I do think I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And let me know in the comments below what you thought of the makeovers of the twins. And are we glad now that these guys aren't going to be crying? Do you think I should expand the house for the older twins so that they have a room of their own? If so, let me know in the comments below, and we will try to make a space for them of their own. I mean, technically Emmett is our heir, so he probably should have a room of his own, if anything. But I'll leave it up to you guys if we want to allow them to have their own space. You can let me know in the comments below, and I will, if that's what you guys want to do, we will expand the house, because we do have about 32,000 simoleons here. So, but I am going to, like I said, go ahead and leave this one here, and I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.